I asked my husband to turn down his dream job for my career. My husband Jake and I have been together for 8 years, married for 3. We're both software engineers, and we've always talked about being this power couple who builds amazing careers together. We even met at a coding boot camp, staying up until 2 a.m., debugging each other's projects and living off energy drinks and those terrible vending machine sandwiches. For the past 2 years, I've been working at this mid-level tech company making decent money but feeling completely dead inside. Like, I was basically a code monkey fixing other people's mistakes and sitting in meetings where nothing actually gets decided. Meanwhile, Jake landed this amazing position at a startup where he gets to work on AI development, which is literally his dream field. Then 3 weeks ago, everything changed. I got a call from Google, actual Google. They wanted to interview me for a senior developer position on their machine learning team. The salary was almost double what I make now, plus stock options, plus all those Google perks you hear about. But here's the catch. The position was in their Austin office, and we live in Seattle. I went through 5 rounds of interviews, including this intense technical assessment where I had to solve problems while 3 engineers watched me code live. It was terrifying, but also the most alive I'd felt professionally in years. When they offered me the job last Monday, I actually cried in my car for 20 minutes. But then reality hit. Jake's startup is doing incredible things, and he's finally on a team where his ideas matter. He comes home every day excited to tell me about whatever breakthrough they had. Last month, his team got written up in TechCrunch. He's literally living his best professional life. That night, I sat him down on our couch, the one we bought at a garage sale when we first moved in together, and told him about the Google offer. At first, he was so excited for me. He grabbed my hands and said all these sweet things about how proud he was and how I deserved this opportunity. Then I told him it meant we'd have to move to Austin. The look on his face changed instantly. It was like watching someone get punched in the stomach. He sat back and got really quiet, which is what Jake does when he's processing something heavy. "What about my job?" he finally asked. That's when I said the thing I can't take back. I told him he could find another AI position in Austin, that this was my shot, and that sometimes in a marriage one person has to make sacrifices for the other's career. He stared at me for the longest time. Then he said, "Mia, you know this isn't just any job for me. This team, this project, it's everything I've worked toward. I can't just find another position like this anywhere." We ended up having this huge fight. I accused him of not supporting my dreams, and he said I was being selfish and asking him to throw away years of building his reputation at the company. We both said things we shouldn't have, and he ended up sleeping in our guest room that night. The next morning, I found him at the kitchen table with his laptop and a cup of coffee that had gone cold. He looked like he hadn't slept at all. He said he'd been researching remote work policies and Austin tech companies all night, trying to figure out if there was any way to make it work. That's when it hit me how unfair I was being. Here I was asking him to give up his dream job, the one where he finally feels valued and excited, just so I could pursue mine. But at the same time, this Google opportunity might never come again. How many people get a chance like this? We talked for hours that day. Really talked, not just argued. Jake admitted that part of him was scared that if I took this job and became super successful, I might outgrow him. I told him that was ridiculous. But then I realized I had the same fear in reverse, that if he stayed at his startup and kept climbing while I moved to a new city alone, we'd grow apart. In the end, I made the decision that still keeps me up at night. I told Google I couldn't take the position due to family circumstances. The recruiter was understanding but said they couldn't hold the spot open indefinitely. Jake was relieved but also felt guilty that I'd turned it down for him. Now we're both kind of miserable in different ways.